Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Tuesday, the 8th of April. So we've come out of the initial Sunday to Monday dump, and yeah, we have some actual price action to go off on Bitcoin. We obviously have the demand level back down here, 74k, but I do think if we got back down here, it would possibly be another tumble slightly further into like 72 or 73. But we'll have to see because we have not lost the weekly open as of yet. We have been had some decent closes. The daily's closed obviously above, which is nice. And yeah, we actually have some defined levels now, which would be if I just go back to the hourly. We've obviously got a Q2, which is definitely going to be a short, even up in here in March and stuff like that. So um, a short of maybe 82.2 with a stop around 83 1-ish, and then obviously shorting 83.5 all the way up to 84 6 7-ish. Those are the two shorts that are in play right now, and yeah, I'd be looking to take those. Probably for sure. In terms of longs, there is a possible one on the weekly open. It's just not really. It's not as defined. There is also a Stuber pocket down here as well. We could probably actually do that. For the low, which is untested as well. So you either want a long a hold of the weekly open, which is a little bit more risky, but you could definitely do it, or you want a long down back at the low, which is like the stew pocket, which would be about 75.9 ish to 75.2, around there. So yeah, in general, yeah, Bitcoin looks just fine. It's still obviously in a heavy downtrend, and I'm until further notice, I'm still expecting something like 72k to be hit. We nearly did it on this wick, but not quite yet, and I still think there could be one more leg possibly, and then it'll be gigabyte time down in here. I think I've been quite good with being patient with some of my spot buys because, as you know, I bought a little bit higher, so I'm trying to wait for the opportune moment. Although, if you guys are spot buying stuff like, I don't know, Soul under 100, but to be fair, Soul could go all the way back down to like $60, 76, 60, $70 if it wanted to. But it's not a bad time to start nibbling, in my opinion. I'm just actually trying to be patient. So personally, I'm not. I did see hype below $10 earlier today, and we've had quite a nice bounce on it. We are testing this major res right now, which we've been rejected initially from. If we can get above that, it'll be looking actually really good for hype, and this would actually be quite a good sign that maybe we're gonna sort of like get a deviation sort of thing. That'll be a deviation. This is obviously the level, the really important level, and then maybe we could like see something like that, or maybe even that. But we're still quite far off it, and nothing's confirmed yet. But it is interesting. Hype's had a nice little Whoops, this is not hype. Hype's had a nice little bounce, um, which is good. You want to pay attention to these strong coins, especially now. Something else did have a decent little pump as well, which I was watching. What was it? It was up like I think it was Tau, yeah, Tau. So you want to pay attention to these strong coins. I've got way too many lines on this chart, but um, maybe I'll take. No, I'll just leave them on. So yeah, Tau's had a big pump as well, which is nice buying pressure. Obviously, we still are in this downtrend. This is testing resistance, but yeah, it's something at least. It's something to go on. If this does bounce up now into here, and this oscillator comes up and stops slightly lower like that, this will be bear diving on like overlapping demand and a Q2 level. So this is definitely also possible for a short, and even up in here to be honest. So you could like do one at 218 ish with the Q2 at 224 ish, And then maybe if that gets stopped out, you could try 230 to 235 if it really does want to get up there. But it will actually have to depend on the long to short ratio, which we haven't checked today, so we'll have to do that quickly now. As I am keeping a close eye on this at the moment. But I think we're going to get some nice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday liquidity in the next few days, which is going to be nice for trading. And it's going to be nice for everyone who's being patient right now and sitting on their hands. So, long to short ratio. We have been coming down a tiny bit. So, yesterday it was at about 2.2, which is high. Very, 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 very high. Let's just go back to Bitcoin quickly. Look at that Nance wick, by the way. 86k. So yeah, yesterday it was about 2.2 down here, which literally at the low actually. And since we come up, we've had some more shorts coming in naturally at about 1.5. So the amount of longs actually at this low makes me feel like it could become and retested at some point, especially as we are in a downtrend. And we do have so many levels that we could bearishly retest. So there, like here, like there's this whole block is for bearishly retesting now. And then yeah, if we do like higher low on the weekly open, or maybe we like double bottom it, fine, we can maybe talk about carving out something. But right now, 70, 71, 72 is probably going to be the case. And then we'll have to see, because that might actually be the last one. Who knows? But yeah, let's have a look at the volume and see if we've got any major selling yet. We've got some major buying on this candle. Still major sell volume, and we are actually at the node. So yeah, this looks still bearish to me. We are quite high on the retail stablecoin demand, which is nice, but this can stay up here for quite a while. We kind of want to see it more on a daily time frame, which is not showing any sign of stopping yet. So let's see, in between 72, 69, sort of this area. If we do get the bearish retest of March Q2 and then come back down into that, then the retail stablecoin demand will be really high and the oscillators will be super bombed and stuff like that. So that's Bitcoin for now. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. ETH probably had not too much selling yet. Yeah, ETH looks excuse me, super weak. Let's go on this. So yeah, I did try to long ETH around, I think it was 1.550, 1.530, which I got stopped on this wick because it went all the way to 1.415-ish. Yeah, this is still being held by its weekly open. We do have a bull div on the 4 hour, so if we do gain that weekly open very soon, which we kind of look like we're trying to squeeze up into it, this would obviously, where's the next level? Up here, 1.7, 1.8, let's call it 1.8, and then obviously this is too short. If the long to short ratio, when we come back up here to Q2 on Bitcoin as well, is like heavily short, then we might actually just do the higher low and then squeeze up into it. If there's still more longs in the market, then bearish retest. But yeah, because the price action is still down, you want to look to short those levels. But yeah, there could be some possible local longs if you get into sort of the hourly price action. Yeah, still being held down a little bit. Not yet. Not yet. I'm mainly living on the 3 and the 15 minutes to take scalp trades, and then obviously I'm deferring to the 4 hour and the daily for, direction and major close of levels at the moment, just because it's a little bit up in the air at the moment. So yeah, Solana actually had a really nice bounce off $95, which I did manage to have some orders in, by the way. Not great trading etiquette, but I did have some like long time 3x orders set in there. Let me just have some coffee and check the chat. Yeah, so I did have some long time orders, which are, I think I'm just gonna keep them for now. I don't see no reason to take them off. Um, Again, this has gained its weekly open, so there is a possible local long here, especially something like this. 1.5% stop from the daily open, that is. 5x lev is fine on that. So there is actually possible, and then obviously you can just stew the low, which is also possible for like a retest of the low. I would say that those are the two trades right now because we either find support on this and then come and bearishly retest this. We might squeeze through it, but we probably won't. And then come test the low, or we lose this, test the low, and then maybe come back up, bearishly retest, go down further, or we gain it and then go test the high. So basically, we're bang in the middle right now, and the weekly open is essentially the inflection point on most charts for this week. So just play around that, and you should be able to either get some scalps or when we come down to the low, possibly long, and then high, obviously possibly short. But yeah, that's the general game plan for anything at the moment. Honestly, this is what messes up a lot of traders is the waiting. It's like if you obviously miss this, we've literally just been going flat and sideways, and we probably will continue to for a little while. So patience. Um, yeah, again, not looking too bad. Excuse me. On Injective, which has gained its weekly open at the moment. It still obviously is looking a little bit contentious. I feel like we could come down and test the low again. If we were to test the low again, we'd obviously want to see a hold, and I think this would potentially maybe double bottom for a test up here on everything. So like double bottom, regain, then test the high, and then we'll either do like a higher low, or we'll just continue further, do the next leg. Yeah. Yes. But yeah, pay attention to some of these strong coins. I would like to see. I would like if you guys have any coins that you've noticed have had big buybacks. I'm obviously not saying to go into them yet, but these coins are the ones that you want to take notice of. Basically, I did notice that Rio was up 10%. It doesn't look that great on the chart though. That's still bearishly retesting. Yeah, so the ones I noticed were Tau and maybe sorry, Hype. They've had decent buybacks. Obviously, Sui's not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. And this is also going to gig a bull div down on this oscillator. So something like this, something like Sui, okay, right now, is you obviously have the support here, which is also swing highs from back in way back, way back. So now that we are bull diving, what do we need to see? We need to see a gain of Q2, and the gain of Q2 will just basically mean this is the deviation, and now the bull div's going to play out. But we're just not there yet. So until further notice, uh, short. There's your range. Come up here, get a little short. Come down here, get a little long. Yeah. Yup. So what else? What's Link doing? So yeah, as you know, I had some 3x orders set on Link, kind of in between 10.3 and 10.8 ish. They've already been de-risked, of course, because we're in a heavy downtrend. But I hope that this can like see sort of like up in here, so then we can possibly short it for the either a higher low or the next leg down, and that would be into here on Link, and that would really be on its last legs now. That level before the floor drops out. But yeah, all in all, there's going to be some good trades coming up in the next. To be honest, I should probably check the economic calendar. There's probably going to be some good trades coming up in the next couple days, bar some unexpected econ, bar some unexpected volatility. So yeah. Wednesday, mortgage, no. Boring, wholesale, no. Fed barking speech, 17-week bill auction, 10-year note auction, FOMC. Okay, so Thursday. No, is that Thursday? No, that's Wednesday. Wednesday we got FOMC, and Thursday we got core core inflation rate, CPI. Okay, so Wednesday, Thursday are going to be the volatility days this week. Just on the best days for trading as well. And then we got PPI Friday. Okay, so it's one of those weeks. It's one of those weeks, guys. Just when we're going to get some good trading, we're going to get one of those weeks. What is it with Farcoin that even Bloomberg senior analyst talks about it with all on X? Yeah, I know everyone talks about it, bro. Everyone loves Farcoin, Cal. I just think this has got massive meme potential. Like once TradFi catch on to Farcoin and all those dads are like making the Farcoin jokes, it's just some things are just meant to be, and this was one of them. I think I remember. Did I long 2.6 or this and then took profit like here? I can't remember. I had a nice Farcoin trade on at one point. Maybe it was even down here, like 2.4. Obviously sold it way too early. But yeah, this thing is so strong. This is another coin that you want to like take notice of. So if slash when we get relief slash the market turns around for like a couple months, some of these are gonna fly like 200% up to their yearlies. Like this is very close to just doing that. Sorry, maybe not 200%, but that's very close to just doing that instantly. But yeah, the plan remains the same. Like I still want to accumulate Filecoin underneath 30 cents, and might not get it, eh? So, has anyone got anything for me to look at? Tier is actually at its like giga low, by the way. I'm still underwater on my trade, but I am thinking of averaging it down a little bit. Like I'm very, very tempted to start dipping my toes in, especially on things like Nike. Let me just show you this weekly chart on Nike. You guys, we don't even need any. We really just don't even need any indicators on this. So this line is, by the way, all the way from 2016 this support. And obviously, I told you guys that there's a possible no tariff deal on the cards with Vietnam. So it could actually end up being better than the current trading conditions that America has with Vietnam. So it's definitely something to watch. And this chart looks really good, by the way. Like, yeah, it's probably not gonna straight away come back up to here, but like, how much, this is what you got to look at. How much risk are you taking? When, yes, we could probably come down to $40. I'd say $40. So down here, another 20-30% drop in the stock market, but it's not looking too bad right now, is it? To start accumulating. And this is also going to gig a bull div on the weekly, which it has been doing for since October 23. So I think this is a very interesting buy for me. Not that I even have traded stocks in my life, because I've never touched them. But yeah, that, and then if I do see Tesla below 190, I will, or even below 200, I'll probably be dipping my toes in there as well. But yeah, it's a bit of a rough one at the moment because I'm trying to balance, like, you know, really bottom charts like alts that was accumulating back before the bull market, with trying to be patient and just letting the market like play out everything that's going to play out at the moment. And yeah, it's a balance. If you have cash flow, so like say you have like a few grand every month from your job, I would be looking to like nibble a little bit at some things. But yeah, I've just got I don't have cash flow, I have cash reserve, so that's why I'm a bit leaning a little bit more cautious just at the moment. But yeah, a few good things shaping up. Ah, it's just gonna gig up all div, isn't it? So does anyone have anything for me to look at, or is everyone just chilling? I could wrangle out a possible couple setups if everyone's just sort of like waiting to get into a position. Stage doing. Yeah. Another pretty safe investment a lot over the years has been Doge. Um, because even if Doge were to do something like from here again, where this PA right here is whatever this is, or maybe like from here, just on a small time frame. So we have the pump there, that's that, and then we do like a long sort of like accumulation arcing thing. So if that is something like that over here, and then we finally obviously do that, it's still not a bad place to start parking money if you really wanted to if you had money. If you still have money, that is. I think it's quite safe, even though we are. That doesn't look amazing just now. But yeah, the point is that this whole area from here to here is just accumulation. This is where you should be accumulating spot. I know it's a bit painful. Everyone's all in the. Everyone's in Goblin Town. Trust me, I'm there too. Don't you worry. What we can do is smash some leverage trains in the meantime. But yeah, oh, dot was not actually something that I was looking potentially saying this looks bad. Um, we do have a nice wick, but we would like to see this sort of like close above. Right now, we're kind of it looks a bit ish. Looks a bit rough. I have two lines on here just because I want to make it like thick. This is like Giga support. But yeah, probably the playbook for something like this is obviously I've seen this many times on alts. We obviously like Giga bull diving here, and then we get like that one candle where it's like, oh, everyone, it's over, and then we obviously do the deviation, and then that's just obviously the deviation, and then yeah, see ya. But yeah. Look at this on. I don't want to even look at that on the lower time frame actually. So let's have a look at PopCat for potential trades. So we've currently lost this this daily weekly open, so that is that. There is a potential Stuber long in between 1295 and 1265. However, it is a 2% range, so you would have to control your risk a little bit. Just go slightly lower down. Yeah. Interesting. I think I would only take something like that if obviously this comes down on the hourly, and then we get a wick into the band, which closes above the 86. That would actually give me a little bit of confidence that maybe we're going to see a bounce from there. I don't think I would set orders or just like blindly take something like this because it's a little bit. Yeah, it's just a little bit. Yeah, possible though. Or you could just short this. You could have just shorted this weekly open actually just right now, just before I started, just before I got on. Possibly might have a chance, another chance actually. But yeah, was it with Fartcoin that even? Yeah, Fartcoin. We love the Fartcoin. Has anyone heard of like Buckazoids? Buckazoids? What's it called? Buckazoids? Let me have a look. Buckazoid. Buckazoids. Yeah. Buckazoids. No, but there is a new coin called Titcoin. Oh, I have seen someone tweeting about that. I do follow. I follow one guy on Twitter who does like the DJ and shit. He's quite funny. That's why I follow him. Because you know, like you have to. Okay, let me give you a nice little bit of alpha here. It's not actually alpha, but it's just like more housekeeping. Make sure your X is like stripped of any like retards, because if you have just loads of people that you follow, they're all gonna have conflicting ideas. They're all gonna be tweeting out different coins to shill, and it's just gonna get too much. It's gonna get way too much. You can get the sentiment from your For You page fine. You don't need to follow all these people. Follow just a few people that you like slash trust that tweet maybe interesting stuff. Maybe one in like different industries. You could follow like one crypto banter for like general sentiment, and then one uh, meme con guy, and then one meme guy, and you'll get like a general gist of the sentiment. And then just follow like obviously the good guys that you like, and keep it super streamlined. So then when you go on X, on your like following or your say you have notifications on, that's where you get your proper alpha. And then if you go to your For You, that's like your sentiment check. so you can like split up. Because I used to just have like obviously from last bull market, I used to just follow like everyone and just like try and just do everything, and it messes up your trading, man, because you just have so many conflicting opinions or too much information overload, bro. There's just too many things going on, and it will compromise your decisions. Because subconsciously you might see something on X and be like, oh, okay, and then something happens on the chart, and you've already got some subconscious bias against it or for it. So yeah, Sui does look not the worst. This weekly open is untested currently, so that could make an interesting. Also, there's probably a low time frame fair value gap right here. So if you're really locally looking for a trade, okay, you could scalp that maybe into here, but I would not really recommend it. As you know, actually, not the worst. Not the worst. Hold of the weekly open, of course, possibly back up to there, but I would be looking at something like this on the Sui. I think if you were to get some sort of trade in between 181 and the Q4, I think that could be potentially a good play. I think that's probably one of the best things I've seen today. Yeah, I wouldn't long it here, and yeah, weekly's still untested. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I might set a low on this, maybe 187. Because when you look at this, obviously we're looking on low time frame. Let me just turn everything off. This is why you don't want to be scared. Delete that. Delete that. And we'll go to like the daily. And you're like, possibly a good buy here actually. And if it were to do that Stuber pocket, it would probably bull live in the daily and double bottom. It just, yeah, it's obviously not confirmed, but it's something that I would be interested in as a calculated risk. That's all it is, calculated risk, calculated bets. Am I comfortable in betting on this setup? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Move on. Am I comfortable with losing this 10% of this position? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. If you're not, your leverage is too high or your margin is too high. Speaking of risk, yes, hit me. Look at this big shiny copy trade button. Let me have a look. I lost everything I had left on this move. Oh no, bro. Fuck. 27 mil, bro. Fuck. What's he trading on? 48x leverage, yeah. I mean, well, I have no sympathy for people that trade on 50x, like entries and stuff. Unless you're like on the 1 minute and you have a rules based system, then fine. But that's pretty sad. I lost 13 mil in 2023, left with literally nothing, and then made it all back a few months later, starting with 15. That's nice. Inspiring, thank you. Yeah, that's crazy. If you leverage 27 mil on 50x, you deserve to lose it. Yeah, facts. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? That reminds me of when I started trading last cycle, and I I managed to buy Bitcoin and I managed to buy ETH at like $300 and Bitcoin at like five, and then proceeded to perp trade them on Bybit, and I was putting in like zero point 0.2 Bitcoin margin, 2 ETH margin. Obviously, they'd pumped a bit in the bull market, and it was like 10x. Because obviously, I was trading it with ETH and Bitcoin. So fucking stupid, man. I just pissed off, pissed so much ETH and Bitcoin away. Not that I care much about the ETH right now, but I probably pissed like a Bitcoin away. Maybe like a whole one, at least half. Yeah, that's rough though, man. How did he lose it? So 50x longed. Everybody does these mistakes when they have no clue about risk management. Oh yeah, 100%. Especially if like, honestly, guys, if you have got into trading recently in the last year, it's probably the best time for you to get into trading. Yeah, your spot portfolio is down, but in this like next year, you're actually gonna learn properly how to trade because I started learning in like 2020, 2021, like this bull market was raging, bro. It was like buy anything and it's gonna 10x in the next month. Like it was so easy, and you just think you're the goat. Like you just like I'm the goat, bro. Like I'm literally the goat. This is so easy, and then obviously you know what happens. Everyone knows what happens then. So yeah, anyone that is like new to trading in the last few months and is like listening to Vikings Discord every day and is like trying only with like maybe like $100 $200 is like you're already on the right path. You just need to stick with it for like a year or two, and you honestly, it will come. It will come. The worst is like when you wake up. Like I remember last bull market. Like I like woke up one morning at uni like super hungover and like went to the toilet. This is so funny. Went to the toilet, blocked up the toilet, but I was checking my phone and I got licked for like 10 racks or something. And then the toilet blocked up, so I had to like unblock it with my hand, and it was just like the worst morning ever. Oh, I should probably stop my recording here. Yeah, rough one, man. That was in my uni house. Oh, bro, hand? Yes, yes, yes. That was a rough morning, man. Should have done it with the phone. It was to blame anyway. Yeah, that was a good one, man. That was. Those were the days. Those were the days, man. I remember just buying, like, I was on crypto.com. Obviously, like, I was at uni, so I didn't have the most money, but I had a couple, like, 100 quid here and there. There was this time in 2021 where it was like you could just buy anything, literally anything on crypto.com and it would 10x over the month. So I was like buying like Chromia and like Anchor and just random shit, like 300, 200, 300 quid, and then it was like going to like a grand or two, and I was like, what is going on? Like, this can't be real. Obviously, it wasn't real. It was a fever dream. Bro had this was probably. But yeah, story time over. Seriously though, these stupid mistakes mostly happen when you don't use no stop loss or when you hedge a trade in a loss. Stupid mistake has been there. Yeah, or you're just using too much money for the amount of money that you have. Like I was using like my whole spot stacks in my Bybit account because I was like, I might as well just trade with it. There's like a few ETH and like half a Bitcoin and shit. I just lost like most of it to the market. Ah, funny. Fun days. Most most probably everyone's been there though, especially most good traders. So what about this? My cousin just texted me, "Are you buying any dips?" Hmm. What do we think about that? To be fair, I did see some of my cousins recently, and they said, "Is it time to buy Tesla yet?" And I said, "I'm waiting for 180." They, some people might be getting antsy. Not for 27 mil though. Yeah, I don't have 27 mil. I don't think I deserve that sort of money right now. I definitely don't deserve that sort of money right now. Hey, smell my fingers. Lol. But yeah, let me stop the recording.